Week 131, Mind Your Business Bias. Bias in entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship demands a commitment to reality and a relentless examination of your core assumptions. Real opportunities in business are grounded in reality, real customers, real market trends, real risk. Gaining awareness of your biases and blind spots supports you in taking advantage of real opportunities. Being aware of bias doesn't make you immune to it. One of the hardest things for entrepreneurs to acknowledge is that we often get in our own way. Why does unconscious bias matter in business? It can lead to missing business opportunities, ineffective marketing strategies, customer diversity gap, legal consequences such as discrimination claims. On the other hand, addressing and managing unconscious bias can lead to enhanced decision-making, market expansion to a broader demographic, adaptability, and personal growth of an inclusive mindset. This week, I'll pull out 5 known cognitive biases that I believe affect entrepreneurs. Number 1, confirmation bias. My idea will sell to everyone. What is it? Confirmation bias is people's tendency to process information by looking for or interpreting information consistent with our beliefs. Why it matters. This biased approach to decision-making is largely unintentional, and it results in a person ignoring information that is inconsistent with their beliefs. What to do about it? Create a decision-making framework that includes steps to mitigate bias. Number 2, overconfidence bias. I know enough to start my own business. What is it? Overconfidence bias is the tendency for a person to overestimate their abilities. It may lead a person to think they're better than average or an expert. And this doesn't only happen to humans with inflated egos. Why it matters. Humility should go beyond modesty, embracing self-awareness and continuous growth. Unlike hubris, which is marked by arrogance, humility acknowledges limitations, fosters learning, and encourages collaboration. What to do about it? Seek and embrace feedback. Availability bias. I can make 6 figures sitting on the beach. What is it? Availability bias is the human tendency to rely on information that comes readily to mind when evaluating situations or making decisions. Just because you're being fed that information 24/7 online doesn't make it true. Why it matters. Availability bias can lead to an overemphasis on recent experiences or anecdotal evidence, potentially causing people to overlook valuable insights or the need to analyze the situation at hand comprehensively. What to do about it? Invest in continuous learning and development. Number 4, optimism bias. That will never happen to me. What is it? Optimism bias is the tendency to overestimate the likelihood of positive events and underestimate the likelihood of negative events. Why it matters. Optimism bias causes most people to expect things to work out well, even if rationality suggests that problems are inevitable. What to do about it? Seek data-driven insights. And number 5, customer bias. Oh, they're not my customers. What is it? Customer behavior biases are the mental shortcuts or assumptions that influence how customers perceive, evaluate, and act on information. Why it matters. They can affect every stage of the customer journey, from awareness to loyalty, and either help or hinder your marketing efforts. What to do about it? Diversify perspectives in and out of your network. One of the best ways to avoid a cognitive bias as an entrepreneur is to talk through important decisions with a trusted, objective, and knowledgeable consultant. When looking at entrepreneurs' cognitive bias, the founders most at risk are those who don't realize that comfortable neural pathways drive them to poor decision-making and can put their businesses at risk. Be aware of the entrepreneur's cognitive biases and take the steps necessary to correct them. Be engaged in a sound, logic-based decision-making process when it comes to your business. The first step is recognizing the patterns of bias. The next is to do something about it. Before making any important decision that can impact your business success, you should have a business consultant play the role of contrarian. My question for you this week is, how do you actively address biases and blind spots in your entrepreneurial journey? Reply and share with me.